Hey, what's up y'all? This is MadMave. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be reviewing Late Night in Soho. Late Night in Soho is directed by Edgar Wright and it stars Thomas M. McKenzie as Ellie. We have Anya Taylor-Joy as Sandy, Matt Smith as Jack, and Diana Rigg as Miss Collins. So I just want to take the time to talk about the first scene. The first scene and the way that Edgar Wright constructed it was really cool. Just introducing our character and also the actress and how she did that. The first frame of her, I felt energy, I felt hopefulness. I thought it was really cool how they, constructed that whole thing just to kind of show you what she's all about. And Ellie, she's a aspiring fashion designer and she also has the ability to see ghosts, which was a really cool aspect that I liked, and I really like the way that they show it throughout the movie. I think you will too. Also within the scene, everything takes place within her home, which I felt like with the time and how much expedition they gave was really cool of who she is. They give you the introduction of her grandma, which you kind of give more of an idea of where her grandma and her land far as like relationship. And as soon as she comes downstairs and her mom introduces her to this letter that's giving her the opportunity to go to England and study fashion, of course she's super excited. And the mom is just as excited, and I think it's the grandma, excuse me, I think it is the grandma, but she's just as excited, but she's not as excited because of such a big move for her going out alone and everything, which is a aspect that is pretty much like the theme of the whole movie. So once Ellie finally leaves the house, goes to England and everything, all excited, happy, everything's positive and everything. But once she gets there, there's a couple of things that she starts to realize from what her mom was talking about that she starts to see. And that's where things start to get a little bit hard for her. But the cinematography from Chung Hoon Chung, excuse me if that's not the way you pronounce it, but I'm gonna go with Chung Hoon Chung, and he did a very amazing job. I loved how they use the colors when it comes to the colors, and it's got like a neo-noir type of feel, and I really like that. And how they use the mirrors, which was a very good aspect when it comes to the character being that she knows that she can see ghosts. How they intertwined that and did the trickery with mirrors was just amazing and very necessary when it comes to the storytelling of how they're doing it. Like, it's a story that you heard before and that you never heard before, but I'm gonna get into that later. But I just really like how they did the mirror trick, and how that went so much on the character and her ability to see ghosts. So I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Another thing about the choreography that I really liked was the film has a lot of dancing, and the synchrony between the dancers and the camera, and the incredible practical way that they switched Anya Taylor-Joy, Sandy, out from Ellie as they're dancing with I think his name is Matt Smith, Jack. They had this scene and they're just switching back and forward, and what it's trying to tell you is that as they're dancing, Ellie's feeling what Sandy's actually going through when it comes to this moment and everything. And I just thought that was a really cool aspect, a really cool way of showing that visually far as storytelling. So I would suggest, if you get a chance, to definitely check it out on YouTube, of them showing when it comes to the practicals that they used on this movie, because there's a lot of things in here that you probably think is some type of CGI or some type of visual effects trickery, but for the most part they did everything in camera, which is very amazing and very like just I enjoyed it. So I also got to talk about the pacing of this movie. It's kind of got like a fun ride through it. Like, I don't know, it's probably because of Edgar Wright, like the way that he does his movies. I feel like all his movies kind of got like a playfulness of it, like just the way his colors and the way he does his thing. But it's also, I mean, it's actually pretty dark and it's pretty sad and actually really true the way that they show it. And later through the movie, things start to unfold even more, and you feel those sensibilities even more as you go through the movie, and you get more of the understanding when it comes to other stories of women that have big dreams and want to go the distance. And you know, there's always somebody, or you know, that one guy that you need to know that happens to take advantage. But with this movie and what it does, and at the end, what a twist. I'm not gonna say anything else, but definitely if you do, you know, see this later, definitely comment down below later and let me know how you like that twist, because I feel like Edgar Wright just Shyamalan us. So I also want to say that all the actors and actresses should be very proud of themselves for what they accomplished doing this movie. I felt like everybody was on point to what their character needs to be. I don't have too much gripes for anybody except one that I'll leave for my cons. But when it comes to Thomasin McKenzie and her portrayal, I'm looking forward to seeing what else she does in film. Anya Taylor-Joy is amazing in this. It's something that I haven't seen her in when it comes to this role, so it definitely was cool to see her doing something a little different. Also, Matt Smith, who plays Jack, I feel like for his specific role and how he played it, very cool, and also the different aspects that he had to play and everything. I felt like he executed everything that he needed. And Diane Rigg, which plays Miss Collins, also is a very, very interesting character through the movie. Also, I liked her character more through the movie as we went on, which you'll understand more when it comes to that. I really wanted to shout out Michael Ajoya. I might be saying his name incorrectly, but he plays John, which is a friend and the main character that actually listens, the main supporting character that actually listens to the main character, and you know, gives her, you know, a opening that, you know what I mean, somebody actually listens to me. He was like that person that was always gonna help, and you know, they kind of start having a thing or whatever, but you'll see that aspect in the movie. And I feel like for his specific character and what it means to the main character, I felt like his portrayal of John was very well acted. When it comes to the cons, I feel like the music was good all the way through. I liked especially the dancing and choreography, the music that's there when it comes to the score. There is just a little couple parts that feel kind of, I don't know, the scores feel kind of goofy at times or something like that, so that kind of took me out. But other than that, all the scores, all the music and stuff like that was great. Very nitpicky. Another con that I feel that is a aspect that kind of took me out of the movie was there was this one specific character that once our main character comes to England, she has to room with a roommate, and this roommate sucks, and she's I don't know, all the tropes of like that obnoxious, you know, popular girl. She knows all the girls kind of listen to her and things like that. So I mean, it is tropey, just a bit of the character and, you know, what she adds when it comes to, you know, a weight or a, you know, a obstacle for our main character. I think it was totally necessary when it comes to the first and second act, but later we kind of get her a little bit in the third act and stuff like that, which, I mean, I guess when it comes to this character, it makes sense to kind of like bring her full circle around and, you know, how Ellie, the main character, feels from then to now with the bully and everything. But I just felt like it during the third act, once I started seeing her in certain parts, that she felt kind of unnecessary, but I am nitpicking just a bit when it comes to it. So, but that's the only other thing that I felt that is a con about this movie. I think that this movie is really great. I would recommend it to anybody because it's definitely a movie that has something to say, but at the same time has a finesse and a certain, I don't know, style to it that I don't know, not lightens the subject matter, but just makes it more digestible and, you know, visually easier to kind of just like go through and just watching it. But there is a lot of aspects in here that are just, again, with the darkness and the sad true nature of what's being told, you definitely feel it, but you're not beaten down and feel like, you know what I mean, you gotta think about it like all day. It's one of those things, like once it ends, like you kind of understand that is, you know, an aspect of this world that needs to stop. But also just the film itself and the filmmaking, the practicals again, and how they made it, the filmmakers, I just feel like for what it is, it's an incredible work that they put together. When it comes to Late Night in Soho, I will give it a 8.8 out of 10. So if you like this video, press the like button. If you want to get more of my videos when I put up my videos, subscribe and you'll get a notification for when I put more videos up. But for now, y'all have a good day. MadMave is out.